it is the teaching of Orthodox Christianity that without the love of God, that the real love of the neighbor and the real love of the self are kind of impossible. I remember like coming back from seminary and, Mom, Dad, we're heretics. I mean, I was not always good to them. That was my conviction and my understanding. But the way that I approached them, I think, was in a lot of ways inappropriate. Well, also, I mean, the ways that they reacted, I think probably if they could go back now and take a lot of those words back from that time, they would. I remember my dad standing with me on their front porch and, pointing his finger at me and saying, the devil has you right where he wants you, boy. My parents and my father particularly found the idea of fasting to be intensely sort of legalistic and just hated it. And that was something that he, voiced displeasure about. My parents still love me. Our relationship has been very much repaired. Every person needs to be willing to leave those and that which they love the most for God. And that is the radical Christian message. One of the maybe bigger differences between Orthodox Christianity and a lot of American Christianity is, many people will talk about like getting saved, right? And it's like this one-off event, and it's like once it's happened, it's like locked into place, But for us, that's not the faith that we believe in. When you fall, get up and unite yourself to Christ again. This is where we have trials and real temptations, and this is where we answer that great question: do you love God? And when people ask me, what's the teaching of Christ? And there's a whole lot of ways I can go with that. I particularly like the great commandment, which is love the Lord your God with all your heart, with all your soul, with all your strength, with all your mind. It's only when you put God sort of in the right position that everything else becomes clean for you. God can love everyone. God can love all things. I can't. And God doesn't require that of me, but he requires that I love the one who's near me. When you witness somebody get hit by a car, you gotta stop and take care of them. Because that's what you would want someone to do for you, but that you need to love them. And the Lord even says actually in the gospel that, he says regarding our works, when you did it unto the least of these my brethren, you did it to me. God is never going to get hit by a car and need my assistance, right? But when I do it to his icon, when I do it to his image, to the human being created in his image, then I've also done it to him. You love God by loving your neighbor. When maybe I can't even talk anymore, it's still my calling to love them in whatever way I can, praying for them, whatever way that I can.